Oh, we have a magic update, so I'm going to have to restart this client. There we go. We are live with some Arena. We have a new format to play today. I haven't looked at any of the alchemy cards. We've been doing quite well, just playing regular Premier Draft Duskmourn. I am interested to see what these alchemy cards are before I play. Let's take a look. It may skew the way that I pick if there are like particular uncommons that are pushed. Let's see. Cute. Just like a better cheerleader. That's pretty strong. Okay, that's pretty cool. So for 4 mana, you get 8 power on the board, but Ethermic can't do anything. So for 4 mana, you get a 3/3 and a Glorious Anthem. 2 separate permanents. I mean, that's kind of cool. Let's see. Okay. Interesting. Okay, alright. I like that. It's cool. It's a cool blue removal spell. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. For each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. For each creature sacrificed this way, conjure a duplicate of it into your graveyard. Interesting. This Lurker in the Deep seems awesome. The Alchemy Mythics are just nasty. The Glimmer Hoarder. 2-drop 2/2 at the beginning of your second main phase. If Glimmer Hoarder is tapped, you lose 1 life and draft a card. And there's 9 cards in the spellbook. Okay. Interesting. Fear. I'm not that impressed by the white cards. The blue cards are clearly good. These black cards seem strong. An instant. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. This card actually seems pretty good. Black definitely needed some support, and it looks like they're trying to do that with this alchemy set. But these are just rares and mythics. Yeah, this uncommon should help black though. A little bit. Enchantment creatures you control have menace. Whenever one or more enchantment creatures you control deals combat damage to a player, exile a random creature card from that player's library. Get a token that's a copy of that card as a 1/1 enchantment creature. Alright. That seems very strong. Of all your enchantment creatures, menace. That's a pretty silly card. 3-drop 7/7 with flying. I mean, the ward discard a card is kind of negligible, because they have to discard the card, but they get it back. I mean, that's cool. That's really strong. I would totally play that card. Dies to white removal, it dies to some blue removal. Seems pretty fine though. Cacophony. Wait, is there a cacophony? There better be. We'll get there. Draw X cards. Create an XX black demon creature token with flying. Your life total becomes X. Can't gain life. I'm good on that. I mean, if you cast this for like 6, you better have a board state or you're probably just dead, but that's pretty cool. The fact you can't gain life for the rest of the game is kind of nasty. Discard a card. If you do, seek 2 cards that don't share a type with the discarded card. I like that, sort of. I don't usually like this effect, but that's especially good late game when you're ditching a land and you want 2 non-lands. Why didn't they make this an enchantment? For this set. They've made this effect an enchantment for like multiple sets. Missed opportunity. When Eager Flame God enters, add 3 colorless, only to cast creature spells. When it dies, exile the top 2 cards. Until end of turn, you may cast creature spells from among the exiled cards. That's cute. Yeah, it's cute. It's a fine creature. 3-drop 3/3 sometimes helps you ramp up. Maybe on turn 4 helps you play a 4-drop. Crude Abattoir. Oh, okay. Oh. Interesting. Well, I like a shock with upside, so cool. Okay, yeah, I'd like to play with that card. It's awesome. Awesome. Verdant Dread. Just keep manifesting Dread for 5 mana late game. It's pretty strong. That's cool. Only in Arena can you get cool effects like that. Or, yeah. Only in Alchemy, I should say. Wary Zone Guard. Run up to 1 land card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and it gets +1/+1. Seems pretty awesome. It enters tapped, so you just play a 3-drop 3/3, and you get a land back, and it becomes a 4/4. That's awesome. Yeah, it just knows when it's on top. Exactly. OG Green Goblin gear? You're absolutely right. Dude looks pretty badass. Look at that lapel. Lapel shoulder pads. Excellent. Three-drop, 2/3, flyer, enchantment. Sometimes gets you a card back and gains you 3 life. Yeah, I mean, or it makes your opponent not play a card. That seems good. That seems very strong. We're almost there. I can't let my impatience get the best of me. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a permanent spell from among non-aura, non-creature permanents in your graveyard. Okay, that's cool. You can bring back rooms and turn them into 2/1s and like still unlock them. Enduring Friendship. This is beautiful. Double team. 2/1. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, creatures you control that are otters and enchantments or enchantments get +1/+1 until end of turn. So it gives prowess to all your otters and enchantments. When it dies, it comes back. It's 2-drop 2/1 that copies itself after it attacks. That's what double team does. It conjures a duplicate into your hand, and then both of them lose double team. That seems cool. Mangled Soul Rager. Oh. What is going on there? 3-drop 4/1 flyer. Just turns the board on its head late game. And allows you to take advantage of it later on. That is interesting. I mean, that's quite a build around. It's not like that's an optional ability. You switch its power and toughness, and it's a 12-time boon. So, yeah. The next 12 creatures you play are going to get their power and toughness swapped. Whether that's a good thing or not depends on the deck. Yeah, I mean, it turns your Lionheart Glimmer into like a 5/2, but that's probably worse than a 2/5. When Gilded Ambusher attacks, you may sacrifice another non-land permanent. When you do, each opponent exiles a non-land, non-token permanent they control and a random non-land card from their library. Then Gilded Ambusher deals damage to them equal to the total mana value of cards exiled this way. Okay, so non-land, non-token permanent they control. If I sacrifice another non-land permanent, and then a random thing from their library. Interesting. I mean, that's going to deal a lot of damage if you and take something from them. If I've got a bunch of things to sacrifice, that seems pretty strong. Oh yeah. That's a good card. Heist is a nutty ability. 1 red, white, haste, enchantment creature, Mouse Glimmer. Alright. Give me Bloomburrow vibes. Whenever Valiant Emberkin enters or attacks, target creature you control perpetually gets +1/+0. He'll give it to himself. He'll become a 2/1 when he enters. Oh. If a creature you control becomes target of spell, it causes a trigger. Okay, that's really cool. That's definitely very Bloomburrow-y. Beginning of your second main phase, if Effie is this just for spells? Target of a spell or ability causes a trigger now? Yeah. Beginning of your second main phase, if Effie is tapped, put a +1/+1 counter on each tapped creature you control, then seek a survivor with mana value less than or equal to the number of tapped creatures you control. And it has enlist? That's sweet. Fear of change. Enters or dies, exile another creature you control. Get a random creature with mana value X +2, where X is the exiled creature's mana value. That's really cool, I guess. A random creature, just a random creature. That's fun. Unnatural summons. If you weren't the starting player, cost green, blue. Wow. Oh, that's a really strong card. You get 2 2/2s for 3 mana, sometimes 2 mana. Whenever one or more other creatures die, Soul Shredder perpetually gets +1/+1. And this triggers if Soul Shredder is in your graveyard. Sacrifice 2 creatures, return it to from your graveyard to the battlefield. And it has haste for 1. Cool. Alright, those are all the alchemy cards. Let's dive into alchemy. None of them look super busted in the uncommons department, so I'm not afraid. Usually, the last couple alchemy drafts have not been very fun because of the blue uncommons they've printed, in my personal opinion. Printed is not the right word. The blue uncommons that they created, I'll say, for alchemy. There were some that were just like, you play this, it costs 2 mana, it draws you a card every turn. Or it costs 3 mana, it makes you a 3/3 every turn. It heists your opponent's library and gets bigger every turn. Like, there have been some pretty nutty blue uncommons in the alchemy sets. I didn't see those in this alchemy set, so let's see what happens. My first thought is Sheltered by Ghosts, but Chainsaw is really good, and we saw how much support Red got with this alchemy set. Sheltered by Ghosts is maybe a little better than Chainsaw. It is a little better than Chainsaw. There's a lot of red in here. There's not a lot of white. Red got a lot of support with alchemy. I'm just going to stick to what I know is good and take the Sheltered by Ghosts. And we'll see what else comes around. I like Chainsaw, but I like Sheltered by Ghosts more. It's not a straight 1-for-1, but sometimes it is when you get a token. Plus, it's a great early pick. Means your Shard Mage's Rescues and all of those Eerie cards are going to be a lot better. Someone took the Alchemy card out of this pack. So I'm going to take the Split Skin Doll. Yeah, if I'd taken Chainsaw, then Split Skin Doll would also look pretty good. Growing Dread. It's pretty fine here. We like Split Skin Doll. This card's great. Ooh, Ethereal Armor. Ethereal Armor over a Scorching Dragonfire? I think so. Yes. I mean, I'd like to be. Red-white's nice, but I don't need to be there. White-blue's a fine place to be. And Ethereal Armor's awesome. Valgavoth's Lair is a pretty cool card to be playing with, but Ethereal Armor is the place to be here. Another good green-blue card going around. You're missing out on the green-blue deck, which looks quite tasty. But I like Glimmer Seeker here, especially with Ethereal Armor and Sheltered by Ghosts. There's ways to get value out of it on turn 4. There's also this Glimmer Burst. Glimmer Burst is quite good. But we're going to take Glimmer Seeker, stick with our white card. Ooh, here we go. Painter's Studio, Defaced Gallery. That's a signal to move into red. Pick 5. I mean, I also see that Under the Skin, and that card's really good. I don't know if green-white is necessarily where I want to be, though. Green-white's pretty much never where I want to be in this format. So I'm much more interested in taking Painter's Studio. Yeah. Another Glimmer Seeker. Yeah, totally. Wow, look at that. Up another Growing Dread. Someone's going to have a sweet green-blue deck. I see this Glimmer Burst. I see this Most Valuable Slayer. And I think Most Valuable Slayer is going to be my pick. The card is pretty strong. I could just take the Jump Scare. But I like Most Valuable Slayer. Combos very well with our Glimmer Seeker. This was a signal, and Infernal Phantom's not that good. I'm going to take one of these lands over that Hardened Escort. Hardened Escort's fine, but I don't need to take it here. I think these dual lands are going to be more valuable, and I honestly think this white-blue one is probably going to be better than the Terramorphic Expanse. I think the chances I play blue are pretty high. And that feeds over this Fear of Immobility. Yeah, that seems good. Fear of Immobility is strong, but I'd rather have the cheaper card, and we definitely want to be playing red. Ripchain Razorkin is not that exciting. I could just take this Branch Snapper. Nah, I'll just send a signal. Green's open, clearly. Ragged Playmate. That's nice. Glimmerlight. Very welcome. 13th pick. Glimmerlight's awesome. 13th. That was a strong pack, I suppose. Okay, here we go. Optimistic Scavenger. We have 4 enchantments right now. We also have these Glimmer Seekers. We also have this Improvising Aerialist. I think I just need to take this Optimistic Scavenger. A 2-drop 3/2 that gives my creatures flying is definitely strong. How often is this going to survive is the question. I'm going to take the Scavenger, even though it's a white-blue card. We're going to make it work in our red-white deck. Oh, this is kind of tough. I really like Fear of Burning Alive. Trapped in the Screen works a little bit better with our Glimmer Seekers and our Scavengers, because we can drop it earlier. Fear of Burning Alive is good, though. They have to be pretty comparable, but I think that I want to take Trapped in the Screen. Golden Sidekick. That card's pretty cool. I like the look of a Lionheart Glimmer here. I also like Razorkin Needlehead, but double red looks kind of tough to cast. That card's been really good every time I've used it. It does make the Optimistic Scavenger look a little more awkward. Lionheart Glimmer is quite good. Yeah, I think I'd rather have the Glimmer here than that 2-drop. The 2-drop is certainly strong. But it's not what we want. Gilded Ambusher. That card does seem pretty awesome. There's also a Seized from Slumber here. And I wish I had taken that Terramorphic Expanse. Or another Most Valuable Slayer. Yeah, I'll take this removal spell. Eager Flame Guide. Ooh, that would have been good with Most Valuable Slayer. That's okay. We're going to snag it. It's an enchantment, so it triggers our Scavenger. Another hand that feeds. Fine 2-drop. We could take that Turn Inside Out instead. Yeah, I'll take the Turn Inside Out. Get another combat trick in our pool. There's another most valuable Slayer. Perfect. I don't really want more than 2 anyway. I could take this Friendly Teddy, though I'm not going to play it. I'll just take this Tunnel Surveyor out of the pool. Boiler Bilge's Ripper. I think the chances of me playing that are pretty low, but I'm going to take it just in case. Because I don't think the Black Splash is happening. I didn't take that black-red card anyway. Ooh, wow. Missing out on some good cards here. Hauntwood Shrieker, Glimmer Hoarder. Yeah, if I'd taken that black-red rare, could have picked up at least 1 black-red land. But it might have just made my deck look worse. Split Indulge, pretty awesome, and we're going to take it. Just more 2-drop, 2-power creatures that draw cards. It's exactly what this deck wants. Unsettling Twins. Over a Ragged Playmate. Maybe we'll wield that Fear of Immobility. Oh, Charred Foyer. The Charred Foyer. Yeah, that card's awesome. I haven't gotten a chance to play with it yet. Isn't it awesome? Beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library, play it this turn. I mean, I guess it's kind of expensive. 4 mana, draw an extra card every turn. But in my deck, since I'm getting on board and being aggressive, I think this is exactly what we want. Orphans of the Wheat over a Percussionist. I do like Orphans of the Wheat. But it might be better to just have more 1-drops. No, Orphans of the Wheat with Ragged Playmate's a really good combo. We're going to take that. And Orphans of the Wheat with Glimmer Seeker, of course. Awesome. Another Glimmer Seeker instead of this Anguished Recollection. Yeah, I don't really want to play that card. I could have taken the Friendly Ghost there. That would have been a good pick. Ooh, Ticket Booth. I'm going to take the Irreverent Gremlin, even though... Ooh, maybe not. Maybe I do want that Ticket Booth for another enchantment for my Optimistic Scavenger. I already have a lot of 2-drops. Let's hope I wheel it. I won't, but... Irreverent Gremlin's really good. Vicious Clown is actually playable. We're getting a little thick on playables, so we're definitely going to have to cut some things. Glassworks, totally. We're going to take Glassworks over Trial of Agony. Trial of Agony is fine, but Glassworks is just better. What are we going to cut? The Optimistic Scavenger doesn't look that good. Yeah, it looks fine. Never mind. It's a 1-drop 1/1. It's going to give me counters often enough to be good, I think. Another Percussionist instead of another Playmate. Sure. I undervalued Vicious Clown in this red-white deck originally. It's pretty strong, though. Another Playmate or an Impossible Inferno? I'll take another Playmate. I don't need to play Impossible Inferno. I'm probably not going to play that other Playmate either, but... Another Percussionist? Ethereal Armor is looking worse and worse. Oh, we have the ticket booth. That is awesome. Pick 13 ticket booth. Oh man, that's exciting. All right, so let's trim this down a bit. We're gonna play 16 lands. We're gonna cut some cards. That's a lot of Glimmer Seekers. This Eager Flame guy does not look that good. 3-drop, 3/3, triggers a Scavenger. To the end of your next turn, only creature spells. And I have a lot of creatures. Well, maybe that card will be good. Let's cut the Vicious Clown since we have so many 3-power creatures. We have too many 3/3s. I don't think the Clown's going to be that good for us. Keep getting Discord notifications. I don't know what's going on. Distracting me. Mute. Excellent. We need this card. Glimmer Seekers might just be drawing us a lot of cards. Painter Studio is going to be drawing us cards. Chart 4 are just going to be too slow. Creatures. Yeah, the turn inside out would probably be good. Also, I'd rather just play more creatures. It is a creature. Why it's so good. We have enough enchantments to play Scavenger and the Ethereal Armor for sure, especially because we're making glimmers with the Glimmer Seeker and with the Glimmer Light. Is Ethereal Armor the worst card in the deck? It's kind of cool with Glimmer Seeker. I will say that. I guess I could cut a Slayer. It makes the Eager Flame Guide look a little bit worse. I don't think my top end is large enough to warrant cutting that. And I think Ethereal Armor might actually be the worst card in the deck. But I'm more inclined to cut a creature. And the feeds. Artifact, creature, enchantment, land. You know what? It's going to actually be kind of hard for me to get Delirium. So hand the feeds doesn't look that great. You have a lot of enchantments. But let's see what that leaves us with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that still leaves us with 10 creatures that cost 2 or less. Yeah. Alright. See how this goes. This deck looks pretty interesting. I haven't played a red-white deck that looks like this before. Playing a bunch of Glimmer Seekers. We're a little light on removal. Are we entirely rareless? Yeah, but we're playing a lot of uncommons. See how it goes. And this is not the best deck I've ever drafted. That's for sure. If Ethereal Armor ends up making a creature or drawing me a card, then it'll pay for itself. We'll see how good it is, though. I don't have the highest hopes. I mean, it's a great card, obviously, in this set. I just don't know how great it's going to be in our deck. I like this hand a lot. We are battling these nuts. I'd rather get my Glimmer Seeker out before using any removal spells. Anything he plays for 4 mana probably has 4 or less toughness anyway. Uh-oh. Black mana. He's probably going to kill my Glimmer Seeker. Two 3-power creatures. Pretty strong. I guess I can get rid of this Wicker Folk. And then attack with these two. You might trade off with the Playmate, but that's fine. The Playmate wouldn't survive that trade once the Glimmer's out anyway. And the real idea here is to just make it so he doesn't have enough power to block our Glimmer Seeker once we play this. Well, now we have this Lionheart Glimmer. Top taking a mountain would honestly be fine. It means we could get the Percussionist out and crack that Shattered Yard. Does my opponent have more removal? Sure does. I guess the other thing about Charred Foyer is there's a lot of enchantment removal floating around. I guess I should use this now instead of playing the Percussionist, just to get my mana's worth. Maybe he taps out for a big creature that I get to Sheltered by Ghosts next turn. Well, I don't on and manifesting dread, so getting in there. He has black, so I'm just gonna play a land instead of sandbagging it. I don't know if that was right. I have an Irreverent Gremlin. Rummaging is a possibility in my future. Pretty good draw. No. I can't kill that. A mountain would have been nice, but I'll take this. I can force him to lose the first strike. Leaving up the 4/4 as a blocker wouldn't have been any good because that attacks as a 4/3 first striker while he has the Slayer out. A mountain would be good. Oh, wow. Probably in trouble here. Oh, well, let's see how this goes. I guess I could just leave that leave this back to block. Because he attacks back with a lot of power. I don't really have any good... He just loses one creature and then attacks back with his Omnivorous Flytrap and everything. I just gotta play the long game here. I could have put the +1/+1 counter on Orphans of the Weed, I suppose. He has the Flytrap and the Shrieker. That's way too much value he's going to be able to create if I let him get in attacks with both. This guy's deck is awesome. Wow. That is something else. A Norin? Come on. That Norn is pretty nasty here. Wow. Oh, wow. What a lucky duck.
You can't tell me what it feels like to wake up next to a woman and feel truly happy. Could level you with her eyes.
Norin, what a joke. Ugh. I might just retire from alchemy. Before I lose any more rank.
You don't know what real love is. But that only occurs
That was brutal.
something wrong with you love yourself.
My opponent just played a bunch of ridiculous 3-drop green creatures. Green is so pushed in this set. At the rare level, at least. All the rares are pushed in this set. It's whack. But this is a fun set. Omnivorous Fly Traps is just so busted. And so is Haunted Trigger. That was wild. Yeah, I guess Haunted Foyer just dies to tons of different removal spells. That's why it's not very good. You spend 4 mana to get it out there, and then it just dies before you even get a card off of it. I've certainly done that to an opponent. He plays a creature, and I draw a plains. I'm just going to run out Optimistic Scavenger. Excellent. Play our twins next turn. Wow, that almost gave him Delirium. That's cool. One card. Get that artifact creature in the yard. turn inside out? I was expecting a Scorching Draft. It is no matter. Next turn we'll be able to play both Trapped on the Screen and Sheltered by Ghosts. Whether that's what we do depends on what he plays. I don't think he has anything. Pretty sure it just auto-passed after he played that land, and then he turned on full control as he entered combat. Before he left combat, I guess. Yeah, well, that's going to be the game. Got him. Pretty good curve. We go optimistic here. We went percussionist into playmate. We only played the scavenger on turn 3, but then twins into glimmer into 2 removal spells. So, oh my gosh, these packs. Holy packs. Miles House, should I open some packs? Open 10 murders of Karlov. I'm running out of packs. We got. It's gonna be all gems. Got some Modern Horizons 3 to open. Probably all gems too. Yeah, I played a lot of that set. All right. Back to some draft. This alchemy deck is funny. It's underwhelming, but if I get my cards, the right combination, it'll perform. Awesome hand. Ooh. I have been alchemied. Oh, that's pretty cool with Fear of Lost Teeth. Little combo. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty high value target that we want to get rid of. So let's Sheltered by Ghosts it and hope he doesn't have Scorching Dragonfire in hand. He had a 1-drop that took care of it. How nice for him. Gonna lose a bunch of health, I guess. A lot of health. And even got rid of the glimmer with the fear of lost teeth. And he had the perfect combination to screw us there. I roll. Oh. Well, this has been less than fun. Boring. Unstoppable Slasher sucks to play against. Sheltered by Ghosts gets worse and worse the later on the game goes, which is the ward becomes irrelevant. However, your opponent usually has less cards in hand and less answers later in the game, so there's a nice duality to it where it's quite good early on if you can get it on a thick creature, because they usually don't have the mana to pay the ward cost and kill it. My opponent there had exactly what he needed to absolutely wreck it. So, we did not stand a chance. Hopefully my opponent doesn't get too much value off of this over the next 2 turns. He's definitely going to get some value. 2 turns. New blocker. An enchantment at instant speed. Yeah, there's no blocks I can make that were going to be good there. Frantic Strength. Okay. Well, that's a bigger threat. This guy's splashing frantic strength. What an embarrassing performance. What a joke. Okay. That 1/1 Glimmer would have been nice to make my Lionheart Glimmer a 6-power creature. Oh well. Glimmer Seeker can get up to a 5-power creature, but not quite. An Optimistic Scavenger first. There's Death Touch. We can't kill that, we're dead. I guess we're just dead anyway, it doesn't even matter. Maybe I should have put that +1/+1 counter on the Lionheart Glimmer. Now the first strike won't kill it. He did not figure that out. My opponent has made a mistake. My opponent has made a grave mistake. If he has a flyer now, Sphere of Immobility as flying. Glimmer Seeker could draw us into a solution here. That's our hope. Nope. What an embarrassing opponent to lose to. Frantic Strength and Anthropede? Alright, we're not playing Alchemy anymore. What a waste of time. Moving on. Alright, new draft. Couple standout cards here. Split Skin Doll and Stay Hidden, Stay Silent. I'm a big fan of blue in this set. I'm inclined to take the removal spell over the Split Skin Doll. So, white is certainly a... white and blue are pretty comparable. I'm going to take Stay Hidden, Stay Silent. Ooh, here we go. Oblivious Bookworm to follow it up. Maybe wheel that Manifest Dread from the last pack. Maybe wheel this Spine Seeker Centipede. Exercise. Horde Caller. Probably this Horde Caller. Be able to play red in our green-blue deck. Exercise is also quite good, but Razorkin Horde Caller is just kind of better, so we're going to take that. Ooh, here we go. Man, why you gotta do me like this? The build around card for this, or the better card. Passing threats around every corner is going to send the wrong signal. That's for sure. But it's kind of exactly what we want to be doing. Man, Under the Skin is good. Eternal Witness. I'm gonna take threats. Spine Seeker Centipede next. Excellent. Ooh, here we go. Flood Pit's Drowner. This Underwater Tunnel Slimy Aquarium looks nice too, but Flood Pit's Drowner's great. Unwilling Vessel's not that great in our green-blue deck. But I don't want Stalked Researcher or Infernal Phantom. I don't really want this Grasping Longneck either. Green-blue land over this Piranha Fly. I do like Piranha Fly. Unpopular opinion. Unable to scream. Nice. Vanish from sight over this Daggermaw Megalodon. Pack 2, pick 1 does not look very nice for us. Not very exciting. Unable to scream. Probably our best pick here. Yeah, maybe we'll wheel the Beastie or the Woods. Terramorphic Expanse over a Say Its Name. Yes. Flesh Burrower or a Fear of Exposure? I do very much like Flesh Burrower. It's probably going to be our pick. We could use more 2-drops. Monstrous Emergence, pick 4. Sure. Yeah, it's a good time to take that. Another Unable to Scream. Ooh, this dual land that we could wheel. Get out. This is tough. I'll probably just take this Unable to Scream over the Get Out. Another enchantment for our Unwilling Vessel. Flesh Burrower. Over this Vanish from sight? No. Razorkin Hordecaller. We are splashing red after all. Take another one of those. This is a great card to have under a Manifest Red. Though someone has been stealing all of the Manifest Red. Yeah, we took this threats around every corner and haven't seen like a single Manifest Red card since. Not one. Not a single one. There's one. Vanish from sight. Number 2. I definitely don't have an abundance of playables. This deck looks pretty good. I could use some more Manifest Dread, though. I have a lot of removal. Oh, nice. Wheeling that dual land. That's juicy. Okay, hello, pack. Fear of Missing Out. Card's pretty sweet. We have our red splash. Pretty well baked in here. Yeah, let's take it. Ooh, omnivorous fly trap over a growing dread. That's tough. Omnivorous fly trap is quite good. But it's not a 2-drop and it doesn't manifest dread. I'm still going to take it because I think it's a better card. I mean, we're not going to get Delirium that easily, but we have Manifest Dread, we have a bunch of different card types, and we have this Terramorphic Expanse. Yeah, I'm going to take the Fly Trap. Watchdog. 2-drop. Helps fill our graveyard. Over this Glimmer Burst. Yeah, we need 2-drops. Manifest Dread. 2-drop I can get down with. Paranormal Analyst. Excellent. Like one more Manifest Dread source. Diversion Specialist over a Piranha Fly. Pretty good with the Razorkin Horde Caller, I'd say. Underwater Tunnel Slimy Aquarium over a 3rd Horde Caller. No, we have the Analyst and the Bookworm, so yeah, I want another Manifest Dread source. Speaking of, Twist Reality over a Terramorphic Expanse. I just want another Terramorphic Expanse. No, I think I want a Twist Reality. Ooh. There's a dual land. This Moldering Gem, though, that's tough. Moldering Gem does give me another creature. But I'm running out of playables. Running out of slots, I should say. Too many playables. This Unwilling Vessel is not going to be that good. 8 enchantments is a lot, actually. I don't think I'm going to play that. No, I have the... I guess if I had taken that Moldering Gem, I could have moved into some sort of Rooms shell, but it's not what we want. Worry Watchdog is something I'm considering cutting. That's a lot of mountains it auto-added for me. Wow. I think this deck looks pretty sweet. We have a lot of interaction. Razorkin Horde Callers to win. Some good value with Manifest Dread. Some solid removal spells. Okay. Do not want to trade our Burrower with that Spine Seeker Centipede. I'll just pass. I was going to equip. I will definitely tap that down if he's going to spend that mana there. Seems like a good deal for us. I wonder if he wants to equip that and get the value off of the saw. I mean, that's fine. If he wants to sacrifice his Spine Seeker Centipede. Or is it permanent other than that creature or saw? Yeah, so I'm going to put this here. Get a mountain. And a manifest. Land instant sorcery. Alright. Pretty close for that fear of missing out. I don't really want to attack with the Horde Caller. Tunnel of Hate will be pretty good once I get it out. Give our Horde Caller double strike. Oh wow, Balgavoth's Faithful getting back the Swarm Weaver. That was strong. We didn't want to sacrifice his Twitching Doll. Interesting. Manifest Dread, and give me a Bookworm. Nice! I manifested that to reality. That's pretty sweet. I could use another red source for that tunnel. Ah, well, that means he didn't kill the Horde Caller, so there's that. I barely even want to kill the Swarm Weaver, but it makes more sense. You get to attack more things this way. Have a Brood Spinner opponent. He can have his Brood Spinner back on top if he wants. I just want to keep getting attacks in. I mean, that is an answer to the Brood Spinner. Keep it. That Saw is doing some work cycling through his deck, that's for sure. It's a good top deck. Give us the win. We were probably in good shape by just unable to streaming that, attacking, getting him to 2, and making another 1/1. That would have made it so his Brood Spinner next turn probably wasn't enough. It's like all of a sudden winter today. Hopping in to a match. How do I pronounce your name? Buffa? No 2-drops. Means this hand is a risk, but it looks good on the draw. I might draw a Bookworm next turn. I gotta get this. I'll be able to get my other mana with the Centipede. Oh, hello, Mountain. I have a lot of expensive cards in my hand. This Threats Around Every Corner is going to be good, but I'll need to draw a 2 or a 3 drop so that I can double spell the following turn. Okay. Rather aggressive. Very tempted to not block with that because it's a Bookworm and it can draw me more cards. I might just die. Also, he might just kill it and take the decision away from me, or not even attack with the Stick Twister. And then I don't have to worry about blocking. Okay. Does he also have Final Vengeance to get rid of my 2/2? Manifest Dread and pump up his clown again? He probably does. Wild. It's crazy. The black-red deck, when it goes off, it goes off. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, this is probably my best play. So absurd. That was outrageous. Yeah, I lost because I played Threats Around Every Corner that turn instead of playing Omnivorous Flytrap and the... No, because then he just would have blown up the Flytrap too. I would have taken a... Yeah, what I needed to do was put Unable to Scream on that Vicious Clown before it dealt me 6 damage. That was stupid. Yeah, that Vicious Clown dealt me like 12 damage by itself. 14 damage by itself, I think. Was it just 10? It was way too freaking much. That's all I know. Yeah, on his turn 4, he played Clockwork Percussionist, Disturbing Mirth, and Final Vengeance. What a joke. For 4 mana, he gets... For 4 mana, 3 cards, he gets to draw 3 cards, create a 2/2, and destroy one of my creatures. Absolute madness. Can't beat that. I'm just about at delirium. I wonder if he's going to shuffle my creature back in. That would be a shame. Wow, what a top deck. Pretty strong. Our fear of missing out is going to do some silly things here, though. We got a couple removal spells, a couple awesome rares on the board. It's a good answer to one of them. Yep. So he's okay with me having extra combat steps, but not extra +1/+1 counters. Ooh, very strong. Permits me to have neither. Well, that's kind of difficult. Banish from Sight is not an answer for Overlord of the Mistmoors, really. It does for a turn, but I think I have to use both my removal spells here to not get tempoed out. Yeah. He's going to be able to, otherwise he'd be able to attack me for a lot next turn. And I don't get to untap my creatures, so maybe in this case, if I draw land, I'll at least get to play the Horde Caller. Doesn't look like it. I need a creature and an artifact in the yard, and then the fly trap is online. Super online. I could have kept up Vanish from Sight. Oh, that would have been pretty good, actually. This Flesh Burrower will be good. I want the fly trap to get in another attack. Just target the fly trap. And then I'll give Fear of Missing Out Death Touch. And when it attacks again, let's see, it'll be of 1 toughness. I can add 2 more. Okay, yeah, that works. So I'll get rid of this. Don't want that. Yeah, I mean, I had to try and do something. His Overlord of the Mistmoors is definitely going to get through now, but... Razorkin Hordecaller will be helpful. I don't think he'll be able to leave up enough blockers. And I'm going to get 2 attacks. What's going to get Death Touch, though? He has 4 blockers, so he has to block all 4, and then he loses. Got him. A Razorkin Hordecaller. Yeah, if he had left back 1 blocker, he'd have been able to survive that turn and maybe do something else with his Overlord and the 2/1/1s I'd have had. But got him. Good game. Two and one. Let's pop a deck list up here. Here we go. Here's a deck list. I wish I had green mana, but I do have a game plan at least. I'm gonna keep. Hey look, there's some green mana. Yeah, I have more value to get out of this Manifest Dread. I'm going to use this Flood Pitch Drowner. He turns on his Researcher. And if he doesn't, I'll just play it. And if he has a Twist Reality. Not for that, at least. Okay, Savior of the Small. Keep up a Twist Reality. Not necessarily going to be able to play the Horde Caller next turn, but that's okay. This way we get to keep up a counterspell for his turn 5. Might get a Fear of Falling. Get hype. No attacks, just leaving up a counterspell. Oh, my opponent didn't do anything with his mana? That's very nice. Still not going to do anything with his mana? Alright. I imagine he also has a counterspell. No? Maybe he has Get Out. If he has Get Out, we're about to get blown out. we're gonna have tempo, but okay, no get outs. My opponent didn't do anything again. Interesting. Maybe he's just flooding out. Felt like I might have pulled the trigger on that removal spell too early, but it paid off. Oh, fancy. He doesn't have any creatures to get back, though. Makes a fine blocker, I'll say. Let us see if he has a pump spell. Enduring Curiosity would be pretty nasty here. I will stay right on top. Yeah, Banish from Sight's pretty awkward against those two cards. That's game. Alright, 3-1. Hump. Facing number 4 on the ladder right now. It's a pretty good hand, and we're on the play. I like it. Double Patchwork Beastie from our opponent. Our opponent plays a Say Its Name. It's anything other than a creature or a land in there with it. He gets a pretty big attack here. Alright, like that. Alright, I'm just going to play threats, draw some cards, get some lands. Uh-oh. Alright, I was really worried about what my opponent was capable of there. Now, I think I probably just flipped this Razorkin Horde Caller. No. No. Let's see. I can flip this to draw an extra card, then keep up the Flood Pit's Drowner and stay hidden, stay silent that. Cool. Our opponent's beasties are online. Yeah, I'm just gonna activate Tunnel of Hate and give my Flesh Burrower double strike next turn, I think. Should I start making 1/1s or get double strike online? I don't need those tapped lands. I have all the colors I need. Now if he decides to get rid of my Flesh Burrower, I have the Razor in Horde Caller. The Bashful Beast. Seems like a fine trade for my opponent. We're going to get to play a land in our Unwilling Vessel and draw a card from the Bookworm. Nice. And then next turn we have mana to play both of these spells. Do all sorts of double strikey things. And win the game. Getting back his paranormal analyst. Maybe. Ah, an island. That makes sense. Oh, he's bringing in the heat. Yep, and then he's down to 11, so this comes into play untapped, and I have both of these spells left. That was an awkward card to have to discard. Good game. Got him. Sorry, number 4. Your double patchwork beasties to start off was not good enough. 4-1. Taking a quick bathroom break. We'll be back to finish this up. Alright, this is a good looking hand. I wish I had one of those in my deck. Card's sweet. Yeah, I was hoping I would have something better to hit with the Drowner. This lets me get in attacks. And I may just unable to stream the other one. No, I don't think unable to scream is what I want to do there. I think I'd rather just get the bookworm out. Really like to play the Horde Caller next turn. But this with two unable to screams in my hand, I feel like I gotta try and lean into that combo. Synergy, we'll call it. Okay, well. Horde Caller would definitely be a lot worse against that. What are you doing, opponent? Gonna throw it away. He may attack with the Shredder, and if that's the case, then I'll be at 13 life so that I can play this and play my other Horde Caller. Nice. I'm pleased with this exchange. Got a pretty good board state here. Our opponent will struggle to stop us. They have 3 cards and a lot of mana, though. So, possibilities. I'm tempted to just use this. This is going to be worth more than countering any spells he plays. A lot more. Or did I just lose signals? We have banished from sites that'll come up to take rid of that, take care of that head shredder. We are producing an unbelievable amount of card advantage. There's that banished from sight. Wow. Good answer. Yep. Think he'll animate it? I don't. I think he would just block. Is he about to blow up the board with Waltz of Rage? Seemed like a good pick. I respect that choice. take 4, and I get to keep up damage from sight. Got him. Nice. This teamer deck is sweet. We drew so many cards that game. 5 and 1. Let's keep it moving. See if we can get that trophy. Tempting, because I have threats around every corner, but I don't have a... No. Nope. This looks better, though. I would rather make sure I get a land and play Manifest Dread. I could have gotten a green mana just in case I draw a Bookworm. But I do have double blue spells I want to be able to cast. Diversion Specialist only allows you to play it this turn. And I really don't want to play this Bookworm without getting value out of it first. I'm going to use this Vanish from Sight to take out his 4/3, and then next turn I'll play Oblivious Bookworm, hopefully draw a Forest. Yeah, that was a misplay. Yeah, that seems pretty good to me. Yeah, just play threats around every corner next turn, and then I get to like, trip a spell the following turn. Yeah, that's not bad. He's gonna equip and get a 4/3 too. I have to get lands. I think I'd rather have the Death Toucher down. Next turn I can Bookworm, flip, unable to scream, draw a card. Hopefully the Bookworm survives. Alright. That was a pretty good turn. If wants to get rid of the fly trap, I have a couple decent blockers left. I have artifacts to go in my yard in this deck. I actually think I do. I have 0 artifacts. Yeah, that's a bummer. A bear trap might be worth it just to set this off, but oh well. Yeah, I'll just draw another card here, and then next turn I have, yeah, tons of removal and some great attacks, but I don't need to lose my Omnivorous Flytrap now. He took out the 3/3 instead of my Analyst? Doesn't seem right. Nice. He has Unable to Screams as well. I don't want to lose the Flood Pit's Drowner. I want to keep coming back. So many Unable to Screams on the board. Most of my removal is spent. Opponents using their mana well. And he gave himself Delirium too. Just like don't have that many turns left. The Flood Pit's Drowner does let me prevent myself from decking. Yeah, I need this Flood Pit's Drowner to be able to shuffle. So I have to play it on his turn so that it has an upkeep under my control and I can use that ability. Otherwise, I won't get to abuse it. You have fallen for my trap card. Excellent. Now he's gonna have to move his machete. Oh. He's gonna return his Fear of Isolation to his hand. Okay. That was a pretty decent play. Yeah, I guess I should have given Death Touch to one of the 1/1s. I don't think I have any way to get rid of these unable to screams. But I don't really need it with the Death Touch and the Diversion Specialist. Oh, that was a nice draw. Can he afford to block a 1/3? I guess he can. How many unable to screams can be on the board at one time? There are 5 at the moment. My opponent has a 6th in his graveyard. That's all of mine, though. Perfect. Too many unable to screams. If you stifle your enemy's screams for long enough, eventually they will stop. Now I make double 1/1s. I can be a bit reckless with my attacks here, because my opponent does have me on a 2-turn clock. I'm going to hit the Drowned Diner here. Can they? And they only have 6 cards left. These Horde Callers have been MVPs in this green-blue deck. The Version Specialist was cute. It's the first time I've played with it. My opponent's been 1 mana short of doing fancy things for many turns. Or maybe he just keeps moving the Glimmerlight around. Maybe that's his mistake. Oh wow, another Fear of ISO. A valiant effort. Got him. Number 89. All right, we got in that top 100 spot. Six and 1 with this filthy teamer deck. Do I cut a Diversion Specialist for that Watchdog? I'm pleased. The Specialist was pretty good. It's good with the Death Touch guy. It's good with our 1/1s that we make from the Horde Caller. It's good with Double Strike from the Tunnel of Hate. Here we go. One more game. Let's get that trophy, 7 and 1, and claim our prize. Uh-oh. The Bukake Dragon. Could be in trouble. I don't think I'm built for this. This hand's not great because I don't have any creatures to play, but it's fine. I don't really want either of those cards. I think I'm going to keep... I mean, I do need the island, and it's a 2-drop creature. It's a 2/2 at instant speed. I think I need that. I guess I don't need both of them. but I'm going to keep it. Because next turn I'll probably put Unable to Scream on something. Not that. Huh. Yeah, I would like to draw a card from that Friendly Teddy, I think. Yeah, he's just going to kill me if I don't do something. I don't want to put it on the Percussionist because I can block that with Twist Reality next turn. Since he didn't play anything last turn, I'm assuming he has some removal or combat tricks, so I'm just going to do it as end step. If he doesn't play a spell. This way he's just hesitant about playing out his hand because he knows I have Counterspell mana up. I'll counter that. Looks like a turn inside out. It's not. He doesn't have anything. He wants to deal 2 damage to my guy at sorcery speed. Maybe he has that room. That alchemy room. It shocks. Ah, that would have been 2 damage. 3 damage. I see. See what you're going for there. 1, 2, 3 damage. No, thank you. Do I care that much about countering that? It's not like the 3/3 body is very important. Well, now it seems a little more important, doesn't it? Yeah, I gotta leave up my blocker. I think taking the 4 damage was smarter. Because now I have a blocker for his Undead Sprinter, and he doesn't have his Boiler Bilge's Ripper to play this turn. He had a land, so he would have been able to drop the Boiler Bilge's Ripper. Whatever's in his hand, he top decked. Razorkin Horde Caller would be a nice top deck. Even Oblivious Bookworm. That's pretty good too. Can't play that because a non-zombie creature didn't die this turn. That's pretty excellent. And now we can start getting some attacks in, I suppose. Stay hidden, stay silent for his Ripper. Enchantment, instant land. I need a creature to set off Delirium. Oh, it's Beastie Beatdown. Oh, okay. Pretty strong. That is very strong. What a nice series of top decks for our opponent. He drew the Rats and the Betrayer's Bargain. It's gonna be tough to beat. Maybe my opponent makes attacks and I get a free block in. That FOMO. Really counting on that not being a larger creature. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. No turn inside out there. Do you have a murder in hand, probably? That would make sense. See a Final Vengeance, maybe? Kill one of my creatures and then play the Undead Sprinter. That'd be pretty cool. Yep. That was cool. It has trample. Land does not give me... I drew another land, man. What a joke. I have 2 lands left in my deck. 14 spells. Come on, man. This guy's getting so lucky. Just top decking mad heat, and all I'm drawing is lands. What a joke. What a joke. Man, played that perfectly. Everything was working out very well. We just got screwed so hard. We drew 14 lands and 8 spells. What a joke. 9 spells. And that's the thing, once you thin your deck of that many lands, and then you just top deck lands for 4 turns in a row, it feels like the game's rigged a little bit. But that's Magic. We should not have lost that game. That guy played that so poorly in every way. Just losing resources left and right. The only way he wins is if I top deck literally 5 lands in a row. But sometimes you lose. Wow, what an absurd loss. I'm not playing this analyst till I can draw a card off of it. That centipede is larger than mine. I'm not giving him a target to kill with his removal. I didn't have any blocks that were going to be good there. So, this will be fine. Wow. What a perfect combination of cards my opponent has. Lucky him. Wow, that's absurd. Gave himself Delirium to reduce the cost on that. Completely blow me out. I guess I don't care about that, do I? My opponent have more removal? No, they don't. Divergent Specialist will be very good. He has something. I wonder what it is. I don't need to attack with FOMO. Could just attack with Divergent Specialist, but yeah. I think this is good. Nah, you know what? I don't want him to draw any cards. I'm just going to attack with this. Much better. Good game. Got him. All right. That's how we finish up a draft. An excellent trophy. 7-2 with this beautiful teamer deck. We'll throw it in the trophy case. Take a screenshot. This is what we call a Felonyus masterpiece. Green-blue. Started off with that Stay Hidden, Stay Silent, into Oblivious Bookworm, into Threats Around Every Corner. Got a couple Horde Callers. All the removal started coming in. That worked out very well. Alright. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Felonyus. I'll be back again tomorrow at noon to do some more drafting. Thanks. Peace.